Hello guys, welcome to the stream. Here we are. We're gonna be let's see here. Hello guys, welcome to the stream. Here we are. We're gonna be let's see here. Mute. Alright, that should fix that issue. Alright, I'm a little loud today, so you can always turn it down if you can't hear. Alright. Hello. We got a lot of people in here. So you're muted right now,
He-
Dread.
Hello?
Hey, how's it going, Dread?
Oh, you can hear me? Great.
Yes, alright, give me 1 second. I want to test to see if the stream can hear you. So you're muted right now,
He-
Dread.
Hello?
Hey, how's it going, Dread?
Oh, you can hear me?
Perfect. Okay. All right. All right. Thank everyone for tuning in today's stream. Don't forget to follow, sub on those Facebook. Don't forget to like and follow. Today we're gonna be talking with Dread from Touch Hour. We'll be going over some public knowledge, and we may uncover some new information as well. So now Touch Hour will be hanging in the chat after Dread leaves for the remainder of the stream. So if you want to ask him anything, please do so respectfully. So we're going to talk to Dread here now. Uh, Hello, Dread. Thank you for joining me here on the stream today. Are you there, Dread?
Yes, I am.
All right. Uh, how's the Canada doing for? Well, I mean, how is the let's see. How's the Touch Hour team doing up there in Canada right now?
Yeah, we're good. We're all in self-isolation. So everybody works from home. We moved into a virtual team, basically.
Oh, nice. So, so the impact of the COVID-19 is not doing too much for the team and the development and everything.
No, it's just getting used to, working remotely and, how you do all the things like data transfer and,
Yeah, yeah. I guess then, as long as nothing impacts the internet too much, which hopefully doesn't get any worse, it should be about the same. Oh, well,
yeah, yeah.
uh,
We,
bef-
we,
go on.
oh, sorry. You were breaking off. So,
Oh, I was just saying, as long as the internet doesn't get any worse than it already is, then you should be fine.
yeah, the internet was really crappy the first week. And it got better since. So right now, internet is pretty good.
That's good. Well, yeah. I mean, as long as it doesn't get worse, then we'll be all fine. Especially when we're going off the server that's in New York, if I remember right. So at least Nine Lives won't be impacted too much. So before we start, is there anything you want to kind of go over before we start the stream?
No, I'm good.
All right, perfect. So I mean, today we're going to kind of mainly focus on the, with the Oogie and the patch, well, essentially patch 5, 0.5, with a little bit of zero point 0.6. So getting started, how, how many closed alpha spots are still currently available for people to get into it?
Probably around 400.
Okay, so we got roughly a little over half of them filled up.
Yeah, I would say. Mm.
And then, how much time do you think is actually kind of remaining with the closed alpha? So people aren't going to be running out of time if they do actually get in.
Well, it's a bit hard to say, but I would say within the next 2 weeks we release most likely 05,
Okay.
and that has the oogies and the spirit hunting included. And then after we switch to 06, which is some surprise feature and the fishing. And once
Mhm.
that's done, and that's maybe another 2 months, then we switch to the backend,
Okay, so
and
prob
the backend can take I don't know 3 months minimum, maybe longer, maybe double the time, who knows really. But once that is all stable and works proper, then we go into open alpha.
Ah, okay. So roughly, we're probably looking about anywhere from 9 to 12 months probably out, just in case of any hiccups. So
I would say in an ideal case 6 months from now, and could be 9.
yes, okay, then perfect. So the kind of aim is the goal is to get it before the end of the year. That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
definitely. That's our goal. We want to have the open alpha out by the end of the year.
Nice. So when open alpha starts, kind of what will change? Will anything actually change for the player base for us or?
Yeah, I think a lot of things will change. First of all, we will start marketing to the normal gaming population. And
Okay. So kind of the marketing employee is going to change. How about as in so the closed alpha passes won't really kind of portray anymore, or we'll still need the actual alpha pass to get in?
so anybody that is in closed alpha will just continue to play open alpha, right? And once
Hmm.
we start the PR, we expect a lot of more players coming in. And then the user base, we will then be able to grow the user base all the time.
Okay.
Just, see how we do things. But if the server is stable, then eventually we just move from open alpha into open beta on Steam Early Access. So it really depends, how stable is the open alpha gonna be, and then we're gonna do some stress testing and we do some PR to get some free weekends where a lot of players can come in. And if we then see, okay, this is solid, this is great, let's go to Steam, then we're basically ready. But open alpha will, besides making the service stable, will also be a lot of balancing. So when we go to Steam, that the progression loop is mostly in a state where we say that's what we envision in terms of progression speed. Right now, doing open alpha, everything is very fast, right? You unlock all the spells and all of that stuff within 3 days, maybe if you stick to it, and maybe even faster. I don't know, but that will change. That will then take a lot longer, so that you don't run through unlocking everything within a day.
Yes, yes. That would make the game be a little more lengthy than just completing it as fast as we did in closed alpha. So that'd be for the best.
Yes, and then Open Alpha will also, when it launches, it will have the whole competitive fishing. There will be a lot of rare loots that you guys don't know about that have features. There will be the treasure hunting for the
Mm.
Oogies. There will be, of course, the whole spread hunting, which you guys will discover soon. That has some major gameplay implications. And then there will be some other crafting mechanics in the game that we haven't announced. And so the whole core game loop around, playing and doing things at the side other than fighting will be complete. So uh, yeah, it's very exciting.
It is. I look forward to every patch that does come out. Speaking of the patches that are coming out, we have Oogie coming out on this next patch, as you already mentioned. Now that Oogie eggs actually appeared in the as actually into the store itself, how many different Oogie types will there actually be? And then at the same time, why would someone want to buy one now versus later in the game, as it goes?
So the last computation we made, we have over 12 million unique combination of Oogie looks. So it's quite vast. But now that we pretty much have everything done, we decided last minute to add a couple of more genes into the different gene pools. Like one gene, a basic gene is skin color, right?
Yes.
So we just threw in a couple of more skin colors. Then another one is patterns on top of the skin, and we're just adding more. So when we run the mask again, I think that it will just explode in terms of how many unique, because all these changes, they have a drastic impact on what kind of combinations there can be. And we did the first test runs today. We have been tweaking the drop rate for all the 12, for the basics. And then you have the 12 royal bloodlines. And, for each level, basically, we have been tweaking the drop chance. And what we have right now is really, really solid. So, and the advance, the big advance you guys have if you buy now is that it is a much higher chance right now to get one of these rare Oogies than it will be later. Eventually, we make it more difficult to get the rare stuff. But right now, with a small player base and to kickstart it and to have you guys, being able to see more of the high level Oogies, we are going to reduce it eventually. And we ran like a few ones, and we, sometimes in a run it can get really lucky. We tried 5,000, like rolling 5,000 and another 5,000 or 1,000 and 1,000 and 10,000 and 10,000.
Mm-hmm.
In a few of those rolls, we even had a 12 Royal Bloodline Oogie. So if somebody gets really lucky, it can already happen relatively soon, but it's random. So you will never know. But after the whole founder thing, and once we move to open alpha, we will definitely change the mass behind it so that it's going to be harder to get those, because it will be a lot more players also being able there, and it will balance itself out. But we want the super rare ones to be super rare.
Yes, rarity is what kind of drives the base,
Yes.
player base out there. They love that
Yes.
rare stuff. So with all those Oogies, I mean, when do you think you're gonna start throwing them out to the wallets and in minting? What do you think the timeline on that one is? Is it gonna be
Well,
before?
we could probably mint them tomorrow, but we want to do I'm going to write a blog now and to explain the whole thing about the Oogies, what are the royal bloodlines. And there's something in the Oogies that you guys don't know
Mm.
that you will find out when we mint the first ones. And I have to explain all of this and do some marketing around it, because right now it's a very small part of the engine community that knows about it. It's like basically everybody that's just in our Telegram frequently knows that they are really close to drop. But other than that, nobody knows. So we're going to go through the e-gamers and what they're all called, the whole crypto gaming website
Mm.
space, and announce that it's launching with all the information, and then we get a little bit more press on it. But basically, we're ready to mint them now.
Okay. I mean, I'm looking forward just like everyone else. So I would recommend anyone who actually is thinking about getting Noogies would be now's the time while they are on sale in the store before everything gets worse, higher odds and stuff.
Yeah, I think so. As an early adopter, if you're in the space and you like the idea behind the Oogies and you want an Oogie, it's rather would buy a pack now than once the odds are higher. Also, the 10% discount in the store right now is probably going to last until the end of April.
All right. So you mentioned a bit about the royal bloodlines. Is there gonna be a kind of a lore behind like how like there's an Oogie civilization, or is there gonna be like any backstory with the bloodlines?
Yeah, there's a backstory and a lore that there's like so-called Oogie Kings, and each Oogie King is a pure bloodline, and they basically have the dominant trait um, that royal bloodline stands for. And
Mm.
but we are not yet ready to announce all the stuff, because we are not ready to, you know, deal with all the Oogie Kings and stuff for now. It's basically the
It's still
focus on the
working.
random ones. Hmm?
Still working into the actual details of the
Yeah,
actual
yeah.
lore. Yep. All right. So, I mean, one crazy thing that a lot of people are wondering is, with the multiverse items actually kind of going around and everything like that, Mike, which is going to be linked to Oogie in some way, how will that be affected when a game, like
So
with this?
anybody that has a mic or a few mics in their wallet, we only support one mic. So if you have a mic will stand somewhere on the beach, and maybe randomly walk around, and he can at because that's kind of his property, right? He's like this traveler between the dimensions, and he's unpredictable, so he will switch randomly into different things. He could switch into a giant mosquito and hunt your Oogie, or he could switch, which would basically be a problem for your Oogie, or he could switch into a giant Oogie, and you suddenly, if you happen to be online and you see you have a giant Oogie there, you can give him orders, and he's going to be more effective at resource mining, for instance. So then you have 2 Oogies for the time being. But it's also going to be random how long that big super Oogie is going to last. Maybe he's going to be there for 2 hours, maybe for 8 hours, maybe, just for 30 minutes. But yeah, Mike is a surprise. Can be positive, can be negative, whatever,
I think
happens.
I think that's pretty cool that you guys are adding a negative effect, so that way it makes people think twice. Just thinking it's a positive. He is unpredictable, and that is pretty clever to add that feature. Now, with having multiple Oogies, where will do you know where they hold on? So you know where the Oogies will be when they're not in use? Are they gonna be like a stone statue where you can just select which one you want out, or will they be just hanging out and walking around the beach, crowding it?
Yeah, when we originally thought about the Oogies, we didn't expect people, they're gonna go so crazy and they want so many, but we kept, being asked, add more Oogies, add more Oogies. Can we have more
Mm.
than one Oogie? And in terms of, balancing, we just don't want it to be unfair that somebody buys tons of Oogie and they all work on his account, and that guy will just outperform everybody else. So every player can have one active Oogie that's actually working,
Mm.
and initially that's what it is.
Okay.
There's a bug with the Oogie, he's gliding. Sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
Um, but the other Oogies eventually they will chill on the beach. We don't know how many yet. We probably limit it at, I don't know, at a fixed amount, so that they don't eat up all your performance. And people that see, if they put 10 Oogies on the beach and they realize, okay, that's ruining my gaming experience. It's probably better if they don't set all of them active.
Yeah. Maybe put a cap on. You can have maybe 2 or 3 Oogies walking around.
Yeah, something like that. And over time we will add more things for them to do. But it's all about making them, have personalities and being lively and doing fun stuff, and maybe teasing the working Oogie and stuff like that. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. Well, you guys never cease to amaze us when it comes to all those patches. So, with one thing is that uh, do you guys currently have any plans to changing the level cap of Oogie from 60, and how long will it take for the average player to get that Oogie to 60 or the new level cap?
So from the closed alpha, what we hear, it takes around 6 months to stick to it to get the Oogie to 60, and that's pretty much what we had envisioned. Um, when we add the competitive fishing, there will be other fish, and they give you more time or more energy for your Oogie. So it will get a bit easier, but
Mm.
at the same time, players probably going to switch Oogies and they want to probably level them to sell it. So if it's a bit faster than it is currently it's not big of a deal, but we will of course balance that. And then we are thinking of taking away that level cap of 60. So then even if it's then only takes maybe 5 months to get a level 60, and if you're lucky, there's also Oogie level up potions that can drop. So let's say you get lucky, you're maybe at 5 months or something like that,
Hmm.
and then if you want, you can of course continue to level him up, and we haven't done the math yet, but it will get incrementally, like it already does between all the level. It will get incrementally more difficult between each level. So if we are at 6 months right now, maybe a level 90 would take you 2 years or something like that.
Oh, well, I mean, it shows that, people are active in the game, they can still accomplish long-term.
Yeah, I mean, people that keep playing, they should have a benefit of that, and it's not going to be game breaking, because not every level the Oogie gains significant things, but eventually you will have a better crafting chance at purples.
Yeah. Well, I mean, The Oogies are there, basically at a certain point. It's not whether the crafting chance will help you. I mean, you're gonna get your gear. You'll just be able to get more of it. So it's not gonna give anyone no pay to win, so where they can sell those
Yeah,
Oogies.
and the whole idea is that Oogies is a virtual pet that players bond with, and we take
Mm,
that even further with the Oogie app, right? He's like a Tamagotchi on steroids, and having him stop leveling at 60 is kind of a little bit sad. So we're
yeah.
thinking of making that really open, but then it takes you years and years to you will not max him, but you might have a progress for the next 10 years with your Oogie, and you get attached to the guy through the mobile app and by playing Nine Lives Arena, or maybe one day you stop playing 9LA, but you keep him on your mobile and you keep leveling, and one day you sell a level 150 Oogie and go into retirement. Who knows?
That'd be ideal. So, um, Oogie's being kind of a big factor of the game and everything like that. I see statues in the level 30 area of an Oogie on each side. Is that supposed to like represent something? It's like maybe gear or
Yeah, they will be dressable statues like you have for the characters. So players that actually were lucky enough to win some free Oogie gear or are in the future, or players that buy Oogie gear, they will be able to show it there.
okay, so kind of like a Santa outfit and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
you could put a Santa and an elf there, for example, or something at Christmas.
All right. And so, and then next to those, you see the three chairs on the left and right side. We assume that's going to be like a quick hot switch for your ranked characters.
Yes, that should have been active already, but it actually was more work than
Okay.
we thought, so we postponed it. But yeah, you will have your level 30 characters here.
Awesome. And then I assume it'd just be a dual spot, so there'd be two of them, so that way you don't lose the guys over at the lower level one. Moving on. So along with that being focus, you did mention that the spirit realm was going to be coming out here. Can you explain a little bit more about how one obtains a spirit and how you use it?
So if nothing changes when you die, but you will get a spirit. So your character dies, this guy that you have right now, let's say he dies, right? You get the statue like you always did, and it will be in your trainings arena. And let's say he had 60 lives, so you see, 60 victories. So you see him as a statue in your trainings arena with 60 victories, but the spirit is still alive, right? And you now have that spirit, and if you go down there, you can actually move to that summoning platform as a spirit, and then get summoned into the Inferno arena and fight players there. And if you manage to kill a player, you get a life back. You start at 0 lives with a spirit, and if you die at any point, let's say you gain 5 lives and you die, you're dead. The spirit is gone basically, and the character slot is empty.
Hmm.
But if he manages to get 9 lives back, then he will not get this old character back, but something else will happen. But we haven't announced it. So the first person that ever manages to get a spirit back to 9 lives will figure that one out.
So that'd be a big reveal at that point.
Yes.
Well, that'll be exciting. So can you walk around as a spirit? I did see some teaser pics of spirit walking around,
Yeah,
and
you
it.
can walk around everywhere you like, but spirits can only use this summoning platform. They cannot go to training.
Okay, and then I assume you'll have a separate pool. I assume that'll also be around that platform as well, where you can kind of hop on there with a character to switch your character to a spirit.
Yeah, they are here in these 5 chairs. The spirits will sit there.
Okay. Well, I do look forward to the Spirit Realm. That is kind of one of my favorite things about it. And how many players will be inside of the Spirit Realm when you fight? Will it be just like a one-on-one
So the first
match?
iteration that comes out now with 05 will all feature the Inferno arena, because we are still in closed alpha, have a small player base, and we don't want to separate the player base even further. So
Hmm.
everybody's going to fight in Inferno. We want to make Inferno even more exciting. So last patch we added the Skull Legion system to the 9LA arena, and now we're adding the dynamics around spirits. And then there will be another dynamic in the 9LA arena once the first spirit manages to resurrect. But as said, I don't want to spoil that.
Yes, yes.
So
Don't we have too much. We got stuff
yeah,
to work with.
so the 9LA arena will become a really interesting place to be, because there will be different opponents that you can face and different dynamics at play. And then in open alpha, we probably open it up so that spirits come in as a third character into a 9LA arena. And then it's like a interesting standoff, like in the good, the bad, and the ugly. You have three guys there, and they have to decide who is getting focused first. Are both players going for the spirit first, or is one spirit going to team up with another guy and focus the other one? Or maybe one of them has stealth and can avoid the first initial confrontation, but the dynamics will change. So that's one thing we want to play around with. And then during beta, we will then have enough time to even make it bigger, and then probably do a spirit realm where it all becomes bigger. But for now, we just want to focus on the core about the game, which is the 1v1, and iron out the dynamics, see what's fun with the spirits and stuff, and gather some community feedback.
Absolutely. You don't want to take too many steps with such like for example, we have 6 people online and no one's on a pad right now. So,
Exactly.
okay, so um appreciate the info on the Spirit Realm. We'll probably talk more about that next time in the Spirit Realm. But with the Blue Trickster set is now on the market for about roughly 264 Canadian if anyone's interested. And that rarity is about 299. I did notice that the red weapon shows the rarity about 200. Could we expect the rest of the red trickster set to be showing up? And if so, do you think what roughly are you thinking about?
Oh, the
The
red
the
trickster set is limited to 200, right? We
yes.
already gave 2 sets away for free, so you can look that up.
Mm.
And then
So we think that's going to be like a giveaway set, so you only can collect that if you win like raffles or.
for now it is that, but we have a lot of requests, to put a few of them in the store, so we might do that. So we
Okay.
might maybe put 9 up at some point, and then first come, first serve. But
Yeah, I mean, maybe get a couple of them out there, but no, I gotcha. It's important to have special things that can only be given away to a community. That's what gets people to kind of jump towards things, limited edition or
yeah,
special stuff like that. So
yeah.
I understand. So let's see here. With 06 coming out, after 05, which we're looking a little further out there, you mentioned that being focused on the fishing. What can we kind of expect without giving too much away?
Yeah, I don't know what I'm more excited about. I'm super excited about the Oogies for many reasons, but I'm also super excited for the fishing because it adds a whole different level. Right now, some people enjoy fishing, but it was a very basic implementation. We want fishing to be its own real mini game and its own purpose. Some people might just play that because it's going to be really, really fun. You still mainly do it as a competitive player to feed your Oogie and level your Oogie, but it will be much more interesting now because there's a completely different loot table. We added a lot of stuff that will drop through the fishing in 0.6 that is actually really useful, but that ties into some features that has been announced, so I can't spoil that also. But loot will become really interesting. Also in the 9LA arena, loot will become more and more interesting. Same goes for fishing. But then you have a chance to catch a legendary fish. And when you do catch a legendary fish and it's a new world record, everybody on the hub server will instantly get the message, Grab and Dragon catch the new legendary, whatever kind of that name of the fish, because we're going to have 3 different fish leaderboards for 3 specific fish. And then there's a couple of surprise fish that I don't really want to talk about the dynamics yet, but yeah, fishing is going to be really cool.
Yeah, I look forward to it. I mean, my partner or my missus loves the fishing. That's what she just sits there all day doing it. So I could just see her just getting excited. So without giving out too much information, I appreciate that. Now, we have linkable wallets for the engine wallet. When can we expect internal trading? What can encourage players to put their gear out there? In maybe the fake engine site for the trading. Are they gonna get maybe exclusive skins by getting enough of the fake points or blueprints, or maybe the trickster outfit might be purchasable through that means? What's your
What do you mean
plans?
by fake points?
So when you come out to test the actual um, the blockchain trading, of the items, I want to put a purple two-hander, rarity sword onto that thing so you can test to make sure it goes properly. Are you guys planning on creating a fake system, or are you just going to go straight live?
Yeah, that's going to happen during beta, and we're going to use Kovan first, the testnet, and balance it with the community.
Okay. And then is COVID going to be an actual coin, or you think it's going to be is that the fake coin that I was thinking of?
But it's basically the material to make them, right?
Ah, okay.
So basically, instead of using real engine, which is a real currency, to mint all those items for test purposes, it will be Kovan, which then doesn't cost any money, and we can just balance the process of how many resources we need to make crafting, and how is the market situation going to be, and we basically rely on you guys there, because you are the guys that have the ownership of the blueprints, and that will be selling the manufactured items, right? So you as a community need to really think, okay, this is the way we like it. This is not, if something is off, then you have to tell us. And once that's rock solid, then we can move to mainnet, and then what the pricing for the items will be is totally up to you guys, but then it will run on engine. But initially on Kovan, it's just testing all the mechanics, really.
Okay, so at the current moment, there's not really a plan in motion to encourage. It's just, a behoof of the community, which is this community is very positive about that. So,
Yes, yeah, we have only gotten positive feedback, and everybody's happy so far how that goes with the crafting in general. So I
okay,
don't think there's going to be any major fights in the community about it so far. Everybody seems to be pretty much on the same page.
yes, I agree. So for those who are interested in playing the game, will there be any exclusive in-game skins or perks for those participating in the closed alpha or open alpha? Like a lot of things will do like you could only get like a special skin during the alpha. If, for example, League of Legends did a couple skins for their champions. Will you guys do something similar, like maybe like non-blueprint wise, like for example, maybe a fishing rod?
Yeah, definitely. Once closed alpha ends, and the same once alpha ends, we will see what we do. We might just also
Okay.
end the sale of certain sets at some point, and melt the rest, and then you guys already have the most exclusive sets anyways, because some stuff is already sold out, nobody else will be able to buy it, and then there will be just more of that.
Okay, so it's just the early bird gets the worm. I see.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is itself, it is motivation. So the skins, for those who are listening, that is your exclusive, is the store getting that first pick as they come out. Um,
Then
so
you guys look cool, like twins. What are you wearing?
I'm wearing
I know
the
you.
Spartan Elite, and he's wearing the Spartan Elite too. He has a two-hander. What I see is he has, was it the Pure Soul? Yeah, the Pure Soul.
Oh yeah, he's using Pure Sword.
I totally wasn't
And
paying attention.
he's using different pants too, but he has the Roman helmet. I think you have the Spartan, or do you have the?
I have the dragon, the silver dragon shield, and I'm out of mana. What do you call it? And then my weapon is the Wakashi. He's glipping a bit. I have about 86
He's
ping.
leggy. Yeah, very leggy.
Yeah, lag is for those who are watching. This only occurs when you play with people that are usually in like Europe
Different
or
time zone. Yeah.
different time zones. Nothing I wouldn't worry about too much. I mean, once more servers come into play, this happens to me like maybe once out of every like 15 games.
Yeah, as long as I play you guys from the US, it's super cool. But Australians and sometimes European, sometimes Europe is fine. It's I don't know, but it's also right now all the internet is super overloaded.
I totally took advantage of his lag. So,
I saw that.
so let's see. Going back to topic, I mean, is there? So basically, everything we covered here is just an in depth of the next couple of patches coming out, what to be looking forward to coming out. I mean, is there anything else you want to kind of announce or give anyone a sneak peek besides what you already did here today? To the crowd of people listening, we got a couple people here from the chat, from the Telegram, and others that have no idea what we're doing.
Well, yeah, I have I think I gave away a few bits and pieces.
You did,
definitely.
yeah.
When 06 launches, you will be able to open the doors on the beach, or you can set Oogie to do that.
Okay, maybe the fishing pier. Do you have that comes out this batch or the next batch?
Fishing pier 06.
Okay.
So next patch is Oogie 05, right?
Yes. Okay. So 6 will be the patch, and then the Oogie will be deemed to make that. For all those who are watching, a bit of information that you guys probably don't know is, we do have, I know a lot of people you guys do know, but there is a cube on the beach. We do not have any idea what that's going to unlock or achieve. We do know there's 5 locks, and 2 of them are found out. Dread, are only 2 of those unlockable at the current moment? Or is there more that we just don't know of? I know there's 5 total and not all of them are possibly open, but is there more ability to unlock the cube? And if so, is there more than just 2 locks still locked? And my game is frozen.
Right now, I think it's 2 or 3, and there will be more with 0.
Okay. And then for those who are wondering, do you guys? I know you guys came up with those books. I don't know if you want to give any information on that or not yet. If it's too soon, I'll leave that up to you to decide. Is there any sneak peeks of what you guys plan to do with the books that are in the wallet for book 1?
Yeah. It's a bit too early to talk about it. We have a plan for the books, but I don't want to talk about it.
Yep. So it's too early. Yes. There we go. We got something to talk about. The statues. Will those be on the market down the road, or will they all get reset? And how do you plan on doing that if they are going to be kind of like the items and sellable? Like stone statues.
Right now, yeah, they are planned to become blockchain trophies.
Okay, so and they
should show the super rare stuff on them as in color. And right now it's only the belts. I think that show in color, but there will be more items like the super rare weapon skins and stuff like that. If you die with those, they will also be colorful.
Okay.
So it will be really cool, like if you stream and you die on your stream, and you can give away one of those statues that you died to your community as a streamer. Stuff like that will be fun then.
That's why I don't die very often, so as you see. So those will be like hotcakes for those who actually want them. I hope that sometime down the road that you guys, I'm sure you already have planned, that there'll be like a swap out for like how you have all the dress up gear for the on these statues, some way to like you go there and say equip to player 2 or something, so that way you can actually like hot swap these.
Down the road we will add more features for everything and make it more user friendly. So right now they are just to show off gear, and if you craft stuff with not a good start roll, you can just put it on there But eventually, that was really good feedback we got from you guys. We will make it a hotspot swap. So if you have a new character, you just walk over there and you can take off the stuff. So you can prepare good sets on those statues.
Perfect. Yeah, I loved what you guys did in the new ranked arena setup. It's still a bit of a hike for me sometimes. Um, so betting and stuff like that, friendly matches are still not turned in. You have the where you can watch other people fight. That is still currently disabled.
Yeah, it will just open up a can of worms with more bugs if we have that up. So I mean, it's working. We had it running at initially the spectator mode, and we bring it back doing open alpha once everything runs stable. Then we have time to go back and open it up and see if it causes any issues and what we need to tweak with it separately.
Okay. Well, I do want to thank you for joining us on today's stream there, Dread. I appreciate everything you can, entertain us with, all the knowledge. 1 second here. I just got into a fight. So, for those...
Oh, and the betting you mentioned. For betting, we're going to work with another... there's third-party applications that you can link your game with. And then it's seamless integration. We will integrate it using their middleware. And we talked, I think, to 2 or 3 companies. There's a couple, and we will just see with which one we go, or maybe we don't go exclusive and we integrate all of them.
Okay. Let's see here. With the one question I personally been wondering about. Now, right now it's too early for any of this. But do you believe there will be, obviously more maps down the road for like maybe the ranked arena? Like maybe next patch.
We have internally like
4 maps. Yeah, I figured you had one for the Spirit Realm, one for the training, and one for the friendly.
Yeah, and they're all with different mechanics. Some is with moving platforms, and some is with interactive, flowing lava areas and stuff like that. So people will be able to fall off stuff, and stuff moves up and down, and so to try, if they're all white box arenas, so they're just about the additional mechanics in terms of gameplay, and see once we play test that what sticks, right? What is really fun and what is rubbish. And once we identify the kind of gameplay mechanics that add to the current experience, then we're gonna flesh them out, make them nice.
Okay. Oh, that was a close one. All right, so so for those who are tuning in, Touch Hour does like to hang in the stream on Tuesday every now and then. So stay tuned here for those who want to know any new information related to Nine Lives Arena. Dreads will not be in the chat all the time. That's a special thing unless he wants to. But for the most part. And that's all the major stuff we're going out for. If you have anything that you guys want to talk about in chat, please go ahead and talk about it. I'm going to read over here and see if I missed anything.
What's the sword you got there? Is that green or blue?
Oh, sorry. All my gear is all right now the show item thing doesn't
in the loot box.
Ooh, I missed it. Let's see.
No, don't press end match. Up there, above. Oh, okay, forget it.
I'm moving right to the thing. It'll pop it in here.
All right, you can see it in the bank.
Maybe not.
Unless your bank is full.
It's always full. Oogie is always productive. I'm gonna sell some stuff in my inventory and then pull 2 things out, and it should show it.
Yeah.
Oogie likes to hold on to those things until I do this. Yeah, and then you do believe you guys are going to be increasing the storage size possibility of some type of extent, maybe Oogie related?
Yeah, we will see. It might be special loot that extends the bank. Like, you find a bank slot deed that adds 9 more slots or some stuff like that.
Okay. Well, with oh, you know what? One exclusive thing I didn't think about is when the game does come out, you like right now when you buy the game, you get 5 slots for characters. When you get the game after this does, will you still get all 5 slots, or will those be something separate, you think?
When we sell the game, we will sell 2 versions: the base version that comes with 1 slot, and the premium version that comes with 5 slots. And if you bought the one with 1 slot and you want more slots, you can just unlock them later, buy them for I don't know, a few dollars if you wanted to, or maybe unlock them through continuous gaming. But most likely you have to pay for them. So, but if you buy premium, you will get them way cheaper. And everybody that is a founder, they get all slots anyways.
Hmm. All right, let's. He frogged me. So there's lots of sets out there. What's the plans for maybe any future? Are you guys now? You're done with the two-handers for now. Any future like maybe sets you guys thinking of coming out with? Maybe some mage sets or stuff like that.
Yeah, we have a few mage sets that haven't been announced because we don't really have mage sets beside the original Atlantean ones.
Hmm. I did hear you guys are possibly looking at a couple different specs for like archery and mage as an actual, like a skill unlock for, was it
Yeah, first mage, we have it halfway worked. We need to play test it and balance it. So maybe in 06 the 200 stuff mage weapon art will be in. So then there will be real mages coming to the arena, which will be interesting. And their default is not melee, but their default is long range, right? And once that is integrated, based on the experience we gather from that, we will then work on archery.
Okay. Now this is a question that I don't know if anyone else is actually thinking about. But down the road, you are now right now you're focusing 101. You did mention possibly about the 1v1v1 with the spirit. Do you think of anything actually happening, as in like down the road, maybe 2v2s, 3v3s, like way down the road?
Yeah, that will happen in beta. So we start 1v1, that's the focus.
Yep. Okay.
And once we are in beta, we will probably, if it makes sense, right? Our core will always be, we are the only game that really focuses on. That's our core competency, and we want to build the most competitive one we out there. If we then have a decent sized player base that we can afford separating the player base, because that's an issue with a lot of games. They're trying to cater to too many audiences. They do a 5v5, they do a 3v3, they do a 10v10, they do a 16 versus 16 or whatnot, and then nobody gets a match because you can't get the players together. And the moment you do 2v2, you need 4 players to be able to fight, right? And that multiplies so much incrementally in the background when during a day, how many peak players you always need to be able that everybody always can open up a match. And if you only have 1v1, it's super simple. You will always find players, even with a small player base. But probably open beta will be the time when we introduce 2v2.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, first you need the player base, as you said. That's right. So I mean, there's no point in trying to enter a new can of worms. Um,
Yeah,
oh.
for 2v2, we need to add a proper targeting system. Right now, you automatically target the opponent, the only other guy in the ring with magic, right? But once there's 2v2, you need to be able to probably heal your body. You need to be able to switch between the 2 opponents you have, stuff like that. So it becomes a little bit more complex.
Yeah, well, at that point you're probably gonna be thinking like like healers and stuff. Yeah, way too far in advance. But okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to create the special rarity. There you go. You're the master. Oh, statues on the beach. I see a silver, gold, and I believe bronze. Are
Yeah,
those?
that's basically the last season winners. We're going to play out in 3 months season, and the top 3 players will be as oversized statues on the beach.
And then that'll be on everybody's little screen.
Yes, everybody's account will feature those.
All right. With let's see here. I'm just showing a little bit of the crafting aspect right now. Crafting seems to be pretty neat. I did notice that, you know, some stats are more common than others. It feels like for the pants that have running speed. Let's see. I can't even put anything in my inventory. Da, 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 da. So between keeping the game going, are you still having time to actually enjoy the game itself for you know, as you develop it? You're not like getting warped out or anything while you guys try to, you know, meet your guys' deadlines and stuff?
Well, I played a lot on the Easter weekend, so because I finally had the time to do it. Usually, I play on our internal production server because there's the new stuff that needs to be tested. So I don't have so much time to play with you guys, but I needed to get some guys ready to be competitive here when I find maybe you in one of your streams or something. So I did a lot of fishing on the weekend and did a lot of crafting and got me 2 more guys to level 30.
Oh, I did kind of kill the last one, didn't I?
Yeah, because you killed one guy, right? No,
Yeah.
no, he's on one life,
Yeah.
isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh no, that was the one guy that you killed. Yeah, that guy didn't have proper gear, so that's why I had to take some time to do some fishing and get proper gear because I play like on a regular with everybody else, so I have the normal gaming experience, right? It wouldn't make any sense for me to cheat on my account because I would be too much detached from what's the reality of the game. So I play just like everybody else.
Which is pretty cool to know that you know you treat this as every other player is, so you get to see the same stuff we do. Um, Side note, so when the game does come out, you're gonna have a lot, you know, it's gonna be crazy. So you're gonna be on Steam. I hear there's a possibility that you'll also have your own personal app, so you don't have to be on Steam. For you know, for the basic person, they're gonna have a single account. It is going to be insane. Will there be some type of way down the road to establish, you know, like skill level? So one person obviously is not going to face level 30. They're going to be facing a level 1. But at the same time, will there be like an, I guess other games call it like a rating system, so that way when you
Oh,
go
you
into
mean in the
rank,
trainings arena?
training and ranked.
Ranked, you have to have a level 30 character.
Yes. Well, for ranked, what I mean is, will there be like another ranking system along with the 30? So like, let's say,
Yeah, there will be matchmaking on top of it, right?
mm, so it won't be just like, hey, you hop on there, you got 9 lives, good luck.
Well, initially it is going to be like that,
Okay.
right? The Nine Lives Arena will just, everybody that queues there is going to be randomly mixed against anybody else because they all have the same level. So there's no unfair advantage.
True. But I assume down the road there, you know, to like, for example, you might
Eventually, then we will look into making an ELO system.
Elo. Okay. All right. So possibilities there. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
That's always good to know. So you know, Elo is
It
good.
has to be fun. It has to be, the right kind of thing. So we're gonna see with the community, what we have to do there. But basically, we can also put in brackets, right? So
Hmm.
then we split it, based on the ELO. Then just like League does it or something. You have a bronze league, you have a silver,
Hmm.
diamond, or whatever, gold league, and you level up during a season, and you end up in a higher bracket.
Yeah, and at the end of the season, there's always those end of season rewards, which are something just simple. Um. Okay. Let's see here. Fun thing that I noticed is that you have the 2 batches of skulls in the ranked arena. That's still in development. Still a lot of stuff you can't really talk about, but they have I assume they have some type of impact based on the skull hunt. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. So those who are collecting skulls to turn in for the limited time, this is stuff is I guess for us. Okay. Does a dragon come alive in the rank
Maybe.
3? Maybe.
Maybe. We have plans for that actually, that he can fly
Yes.
around the 9LA arena.
Come in there, rest to come down and eat some food.
Yeah, stuff like that. Well, not eat some food, but maybe drop a fireball.
All right. Well, I mean, I really don't have too much more here on the in the topic here. I mean, you guys got so much here, so much. It's such a broad factor that you guys did here. You know, like you guys got fighting, you guys got fishing down the road. I'm sure you guys are gonna get more stuff for people who don't like fighting. The game is more. I mean, you got the app for the Oogie. Uh, Oogie eggs that come out. It's just essentially just about a simple Oogie. Uh, it's going to be focused on not just one type of player. So, I mean, heck, my kids like running around the beach collecting shells. So, it's actually a little bit for everybody there. So,
Yeah, I gave the kids, my neighbor's kids, I gave a free account, and they're like, what are they like, 9 and 6, and they were all about the Oogie, right? The mother was talking about like they can't shut up about it, and they were fighting over who interacts with the Oogie, and that wasn't even with any of the
and the,
personalized,
well,
unique, random Oogies that we're gonna launch now. They don't even know that's gonna be coming. So they were just fighting over the standard basic Oogie. So we know the Oogie will have a lot of appeal.
I mean, my kids are the same. We got two. You have an 8-year-old, one turning 9, and a 4-year-old turning 5. So, same concept as what your guys are doing. They're doing the same stuff. Just, oh look, it's Oogie. So,
Yeah.
um,
And Oogie doesn't even have personality yet, right? Oogie is basically at the bare bone mechanics right now, so that the core game loop is working and that can crash anybody. But once he gets personality, then it will get really cool.
yeah, we didn't even cover the personality. So yeah, Oogie will be his own person. So don't get on his bad side.
Don't what?
No, don't get on his bad side. He might not
He
work
has a
for you.
bad side. I can promise you that right now. Every Oogie will have a bad side, but we haven't announced it.
Oh, yeah. He's gonna strip your ranked characters and they'll be useless. So, uh, I assume maybe down the road. I mean, right now you can't switch gear when it comes down to ranked itself, but you can actually maybe down the road you might have like a special chest where you can have a bunch of gear in it and switch it in and out with your character. But all of the stuff in the chest is maybe lost at rank when you lose that last life.
Yeah, that probably much further down the road, but that
Yeah,
has been asked before. Yeah, that's an option that can add a chest into the ranked arena that people can soul bound more items.
just in case they run into this issue like where your character didn't have any gear, but then you
Yeah,
got
yeah.
gear.
So that they swap the gear. Yeah, but
Hmm.
then they put both at risk of losing.
Yep. I mean, I've seen a couple players that are excited. I can't wait till the store opens. I have no gear. I want to look. I need some gear. Um, I did just notice that the Oogie doesn't save his new name. Arctic. So I change his name every now and then.
Yeah,
Well,
so you will be able to name your Oogie, and it's part of the metadata of the random on engine.
an adept blacksmith. So with that, I'm actually gonna. I mean, we have a lot of people here. Actually, we're around 10 people chilling in the chat at the current moment. So a lot of chat in here. Let's see here. I want to give a shout out to you guys. Thank you guys for coming to watch us. I will be running around here just doing what I already am doing, losing, fighting, fishing. Uh, so this is the game as the current moment. It's just only in its beginning stages. So I mean, I hope you guys are enjoying this. You guys want to check out, you want to get the game. There's roughly 400 alpha passes still left. Um, so if you guys want to, it's in the store. Any premium currency. It is not a pay to win game. So the only thing you can buy is to look cool. This game focuses on one thing, fairness, if anything. So everyone has a similar chance. I mean, minus the impact of you gotta get gear made and it ranges slightly, increases your stats ever so slightly as you watched earlier. they want to make it so it's equally fun for everyone. No one likes that pay to win stuff. I'm playing a game right now called Rise of Kingdoms, and yeah, it's definitely pay to win. You wanna instant level up your kingdom, your castle to 4? Yeah, 400 gems. Okay. So yeah, this doesn't exist here. The only thing that you actually physically pay for is as you know it is like, for example, a Reaper of Souls blue rarity skin that gives you a 2 to intellect and 1 to magic crit. I would never buy that unless you really have an interest in strength, but I would definitely buy the 1 to physical crit, strength, and life leech. But something like that wouldn't probably cost anyone more than probably like $2 to $5. I don't. It's gonna be really interesting to see how the market actually employs this.
Well, you can craft it yourself, right? All the items, all the blueprints are vanity items. So it's just about the look and the rarity of those looks that you want to look special. But they don't, when you craft, they don't give an advantage over the standard that everybody has.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there is an argument to say, when the game first comes out, there will be stuff on the market for people to buy and get stuff, but it's not something that you cannot actually get on your own without buying it. So
Yeah,
that's
but
the
that's very
difference.
different because you can do it. Yeah, you can
Yep.
do it in the game. You can have your crafted. The pay to win stuff is you can only get it if you buy it, right?
Yeah.
That's the problem. I mean, you just set your Ugi to manufacture them, and he has the same chance as everybody else's Ugi to do
Yeah.
that. There's no advantage on any more expensive blueprint. It's the same as the basic ones that everybody gets.
Let's see here. I'm gonna make a weapon. I'm not sure. Okay, so we got so in as I'm looking at my smithy for anyone who's actually interested, all these things that have the crystal rarity are actually they're blueprints. This is what you buy from the store. Um, I have not everything you can buy from the store. This is a skull reward, the silver club and the gold club. But essentially everything in here is something that you can get, and that's what people buy. You make the item and you sell the item itself. Um, some are
We have
worth
no.
more.
There's a chat question. We have no premium currency. There's no currency.
Yes, no currency. They'll definitely take your money though, if you want to buy something that's available to buy. But yeah, no premium currency, as Dread said.
Yeah.
One of my new favorite actually. Actually, I'm gonna create a soul spirit. Here, I'm gonna go to the statues and show people that. Molten Core, which is a rarity of 9 sword, only 9 people can make that. So if there's millions of people out, if there's a million people playing the game, only 9 people can actually physically make that. So that's where buying a blueprint is why they're going to be so costly in the store because it's limited edition. They're all limited edition. Have you? Well, of course you have, but I mean, my one of my favorite scepters right now is the Kraken, the red Kraken, the blood one that pulsates blue. You can literally see it on my stream right now. I gotta turn it around. Look at that. That was a really good effect you did there. You guys, your team, the Touch Hour team themselves. I mean, just all these. This is a skull reward. The only way to get this is turning in a specific skull set that you can collect by getting skulls from buying items from the store or buying them from the marketplace, and then turning them into Dread and the Touch Hour team. Um, however, mages aren't really efficient right now. I did like all the changes to the sword and shield, despite how some of the player base didn't like how they took damage and put it back in. The knockdown was brilliant. I didn't even know about it till after someone told me about it. So let's see. I'm gonna switch some of these swords here to show some players. You can't actually equip the staffs anymore. That was probably intentional, wasn't it?
Yeah, because they now need the weapon art.
And it's not actually available at the current moment, so they're not really usable.
Yeah.
They look cool.
Yeah, that one is really cool.
Which one?
The Kraken staff.
Yeah, it's my personal favorite. Oh, and then you also have the character level plots right here. Characters are 5, and then Oogie. Right now it's one level, but there was some talk about maybe lowering it, like the percentage of how much of a level you'll get, so it increases rarity, so you see him more often. I mean, it's still gonna be rare as heck, because I mean, granted, you get half a level on a level 50 Oogie. That's mind-numbing. Maybe experience level. You guys think about that? Like instead of doing a full level for an Oogie, but like give him like this much XP.
X amount of experience in the
Yeah,
post. Yeah, we could do that. That's
yeah.
not a bad idea.
That way, it doesn't matter what level it is, it gives them the same amount. So that way people don't hoard those and then they get to like level 60 and they pop those. And I assume those are going to be sellable or probably not.
No, they're game account. So if you get one, you can't trade it for you.
You cannot, right?
No.
Okay, good. Yeah. So currency, for those that don't know, currency will not be tradable in game. So like my iron, my gold bars, all that's locked in the account. So you can mind your heart's content. You're not gonna be able to sell it to anyone else. You can use it all. Think you can look around, buy it. You can't. Um, it's made specifically so that way other people can't take advantage of the game. It's not like you really need it either way. I mean, you're gonna just mine for a couple days and get some stuff and make some cool stuff. The what is this sword called? The one with the split soul. I do like that. The little gems on the left and right side do not actually light up. Are they intended to be like that?
They should light up. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like maybe that's a minor display bug. So I'm looking at the skin, it shows that the whole thing.
Oh, if you cast holding that weapon, they will light up.
No way they will light up. Let's give that one a shot.
Just go to the training dummy with it and, look at it, what it does when you cast a spell.
Oh, and then the molten core which I'm running around. This is my actually favorite setup. Ooh, hold on, I want to show you this. This is I'm gonna fix them quick. Um, this is my Skeletor. You can say hi to him. it, he kind of really looks like it. Just saying. You put that Reaper mask on with the Fallen Angel with the Kraken staff, and you got Skeletor. One thing I hope down the road there will be maybe you guys don't have any plans of making like a tab button or not tab, but a certain button to interface with your character and your inventory, will you? Or will you always be forced to go to the chest to swap gear? So like if I wanted to press tab and then put the sword in my inventory on, I wouldn't have to go all the way here to actually.
But you can open the inventory everywhere here at the status.
Okay, so it's not planned to actually make a quick swap.
I mean, we might add it, but
Okay,
you can already access it everywhere. It's not like you
you don't really
need to
need it.
access it a lot. It's not built around that you need to do it. So
It's
while you
just
play, you don't really need to access your inventory at all.
you're not wrong there. I mean, the only time, unless you're walking around with the gear from a statue, which will eventually be swappable. Um, let's see here. You did mention about there being an easier way in the next patches to get rid of gear, right?
What?
So like, they empty out a bunch of the stuff in there. An example, instead of just running back and forth to the statue, make a little stockpile for Oogie to do it for you down the road. This character does not have any charge spells. Oh wait, no, he has one. Nope. There lies my problem. All my spells are instant cast.
I think you'll see it even on an Instacast.
To be safe, I'm gonna get rid of 2 of them. Oh, oh, beautiful! Look at that. Wow, that was well done there. I mean, that's pretty
What?
pretty cool. You'll see it in the stream in a second. I used lightning spell. Is it just the splitting sword and that one that does that?
Do it again.
Well, I'm grabbing the white one too. So you have to have the weapon out, and let's say I charge the spell. It's when you cast it to actually shoot it.
Yeah, there you saw it. Yeah, yeah. So this is unique on that weapon. Every weapon will have something unique, or most of them have. Yeah. So the molten core, the heart of gold, and the eye of the storm, they will also get their own.
Hmm. Those are the big finishers. 1080. I'm running it a little less because unfortunately with the bandwidth and not being prioritized, this computer is 5 years old.
So you thought it didn't do anything? Proof you're wrong.
You always prove me wrong. That's. I'm like, hey, Dread, we need some of the shields. You're like, I already did it. I'm like, oh. Look at that. I like that. So, I mean, you got some of the staffs that have the little cool glow effect or the static effect. Um, Now this sword. Is there anything else that's like out there that probably no one's really noticed in weapon like skin wise?
Probably. I mean, I didn't know nobody had noticed this. So.
Well, I mean, at least I personally have not noticed it. Like the red gem on the Cobra spins and lights up. Um, a lot of cool stuff for the mages.
Yeah, the mage weapons definitely have that.
Any plans for ray tracing shadows? I do not know what that means.
Yeah, that's basically ray tracing shadows and stuff. That's all polishing later. Right now it's closed alpha. We need to get all the core features working. And then once that is all done and we get to the polishing, we got to first do optimization further in the levels. And then we look at what we do with the shadows. There's a lot of stuff we can do.
Yeah, at the current moment, you cannot.
But that's beta when we attend stuff. But I mean, we have some shadows, of course, dynamic shadows. But
Oh, let me just show the shadows. You guys have some shadows. Yeah, like.
oh yeah, we have real time shadows. But there's other things we looked already at what we can do with shadows. We're gonna have real time cycles of day and night. So it's gonna go dark. It's gonna go bright. And there's gonna be morning light and all of these things. So it's just not in yet.
I mean, there's a lot going on here. I was able to get underneath the water, by the way. Do you plan on closing off the ability to get past it and get under the map in the future, or no?
Are we closing that off?
Yeah,
I don't think so. I
like
mean,
probably when the
people
game
seem to
comes out, but
people seem to have fun with it, exploring. So maybe we make it part of the gameplay. I mean, not in essential gameplay, but
uh,
maybe hiding some stuff somewhere and polishing the outside where people can go a little bit as make it more
oh,
interesting.
you mean making like the building full on, like an actual building out there? So instead of it looking like it just cuts off the end of the world.
Yeah, for now it does what it's supposed to do, right? But people break out of the normal level, and
And
certain things are not fully built outside the level. So
yeah, I just went out there to demonstrate what we're talking about.
yeah, so
I like getting underneath the lava myself. I've been in this dark room. That's where I got those dark photos. Um, so, and I just entered the Twilight Zone. Great. Um, yeah. So I mean, yeah, it's just right now it's just kind of a little side thing people can
for some
do.
reason my stream was lagging, so I didn't really. I just stopped it and started it again. Now I see where. Yeah, so this area, yeah, you know, either we're gonna attend to it and make it interesting, or might lock it down. But it's not game breaking. You know, some people have fun going around here exploring, and maybe once we have the time, we do something with it.
I mean, you guys did an amazing job when it comes down to the fact that when you fall off the map.
Yeah, that was the first fix when we get out. People are actually leaving the where so that actually they can go back to the beach somehow.
Randomly you'll hit a spot where you go to the beach. I'm like, no, I hit the end of the map. I got to one of those islands just chilling on them when I got off the map at a certain point.
Really?
Oh
Wow.
yeah, it was. Maybe I can get to it after I get untrapped on the end of the world. So in-game music. Now, obviously, I was able to manually shut off the. I have to go all the way over here. Shut off the sound itself. It does seem to have issues remembering the volume you have it set to. So, like, if I get in a fight, the music does get extremely loud. I assume that might be more polished in the next couple of patches.
Yeah, I saw that in your last stream. That there's some issues. I told the programmers. So
Yeah, that it was just like you'd be playing and it was like the minimum requirements of the game are, I mean, I've played on a MacBook. All right, you can play. It's not too extensive. So if you can play like I don't know.
well, you probably won't be able to do the combat though.
Yeah, they just get a laggy. What's the most resemblance game out there that you can actually play? And Arctic Scorpion, send me a DM later if you actually want to check it out. I'll throw you a login information so you can actually check out the game.
What?
So like, is there any like related games like if you could play PUBG, you can definitely play this game.
No,
So,
I don't think so. It's hard to say.
mm,
But if you have a, you know, it runs fairly good on some older cards. It just depends really on what GPU you have. Some of the old GPUs are fairly good. I mean, it runs on a 980 5-year-old laptop mobile GPU, 980M.
yeah.
So and you get around 40 FPS on Epic. So, but
Mm.
right now there's optimization bugs, and they can, you know, the CPU can actually be throttling the whole thing. So we got to get to getting rid of those bugs, and then we can make a better estimation on what's the minimum requirements. But if you have a 1050, you can play it, no problem. If you have an older card, a 970 is very good to play it.
Yeah, if those are wondering, my specs are on my stream channel on Twitch. But I'm roughly running a 1060. All right, I think I
Yeah,
got to it.
1060 is very good to play. 1060 if you play in 1080p.
So this is my walk under the water and get to the beach route. If you're watching the stream,
Oh wow, never seen that.
I discovered this when I was screwing around. Just look at all the floating fishies. I've in the I guess the adventure of learning out how to open the box, I have explored. I've become a fish. They call me. I found Dory. I haven't found Nemo yet, but definitely Dory. And then if you get over here close enough to the island, you can get up into it. See, I I really wish you
That,
could fish though here. I'm sitting here like,
that is
yes.
really cool that you run around. I mean, that's we're gonna prohibit that, but that's interesting.
Now that you know my secrets, they are found out.
We probably gotta install some sharks in case you.
There you go. Make a punishment if you get on water.
Yeah, you lose a life. Just kidding.
There's more than just the 9 lives arena that's dangerous. And then if you go too far, you fall off. Um, yeah, that's it gets really twilighty once you get further out. But yeah, no, you like that little island spot I found?
That's awesome.
Yes, it took me a while, but I made it out to the island.
Stand there. I make a shot,
Oh,
or
oh,
I need to show that to Jenny, our level designer.
oh, when you want me to show?
What?
No, oh, I already moved, so I mean, I'll probably move on the stream in a little bit.
No, I got it. I got it. I think I'm lagging again. Yeah.
Well, worst case, you can always reopen the stream, and then it'll
Right.
be you just rewatch it.
Yeah.
It'll be a lot smoother then too. Besides that, oh, you already said you guys were gonna fix the what do you call it, the noble sword, that one-hander glass one, on the next couple patches. So let's see. I like to poke it, pop it out there. You know what I think is going on is it get recognized as a bone claw. This sword right here, the noble Kiribati. Thank you, Wayne Roberts, for following. One thing I did find unique, for those who, you know, the weapon styles in this game are definitely on, like, it is its own thing. So I just want to find out that red sword. Oh, it's on my statue right now. Right there. The bloody jaws is pretty sick. Does that light up too? I didn't even think about that.
It might not be.
I'm gonna give it a shot.
That one will do for sure.
Potions are, you got the
The
ones for,
blood just lights up. Yeah.
so as someone asked in the chat about potions, they do actually, there's potions for the Oogie and the character.
Yeah. The character level up potions give the character 5 levels, and the Oogie level up give the Oogie 1 level. But the Oogie level up potion is rare.
It's so rare that you'll never find it.
It seems so. I think we need to tweak it. I don't think anybody has one.
No, I've um let's see how many keep the good work up. I'm gonna look at how many potions I've used so many potions, it's ridiculous. Um 3, 4, 5. So I have 5 potions right now, but I've probably had a total of 30.
Jesus, really?
Yeah.
But you guys do a lot of fishing.
Oh, all day. Miss is a stay at home, so she just sits there and fishes. Um, so like I've used a bunch of my rare fishes, but about 31 rare fish currently saved. Those, not the uncommon, but yeah, the rare. So I mean, I know you're not. I mean, unless you get like super lucky, yeah. And then so when the Oogies do come out, the basic Oogie you have is non-tradable. So just keep that in mind. The green one, I think everyone's gonna end up with. You cannot trade it. He's just yours. If that, am I right there?
Yeah,
Uh,
that's not tradable.
okay.
That's fixed to the account. That's not a blockchain.
Okay. So it looks like I think all the stores, I mean, all the weapons do a little lightning effect on them when you cast a spell. Also, the training dummy does scream after you hit 1,000 health. Characters also get very bloody the closer to 0 health they are. And then stamina, if you're at 0 stamina, you're not going to do any damage. I do like how the split soul spell and the pierce soul, they actually light up in that one way. And then I assume you already mentioned that the molten core, the um, heart of gold and stuff will do their own special thing. And then I lost track of what I was thinking. Oh yeah, Oogie. So Oogie has build a ring shrine. Are you planning on taking out the basic ring shrine in the beginning?
Yeah. Later on, when the game launches, or maybe already in beta, we make it so that's buildable by Oogie.
Okay, and I assume that might be like a couple day event.
Yeah, so building that might take a in real like that.
Make it like where the Oogie's proactively building that ring shrine for like 72 hours. Yeah.
Yeah. It's for Oogie offline progression. He can do that while you're away from. And yeah, the fishing pier in 06 will be standard. I already tested, but later the fishing pier will be a building task for Oogie.
I'm sorry, you cut out pretty bad there. Give me 1 second. That's just the internet going goofy on me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, so when we do the fishing pier, which comes out in 06, you all will be able to play it. It will not have to be built. But when the game officially launches, both the ring shrine and the fishing pier will be building tasks for Ugi that he can do while players are offline. It's part of his offline progressions, right?
And
So,
then with a
of
fishing
course,
pier,
while you're online as well. Hmm?
oh, with a fishing pier, you're just gonna be able to walk out on that and then just, or will there be like a special like pad on there for something special?
You can walk out on it. There will be also a pad on it, like an activation platform, so you can check the legendary fish leaderboards, seeing where
Ah,
you stand.
it'd be like its own little spot so you can see the stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Would there be any perks of fishing on the dock versus the?
Yes,
Okay.
it will have a perk because you go way further out into the ocean, so you have a higher chance to catch legendary.
So like basic fish are on the beach, and if you don't want to deal with the struggling to catch the kraken out there, you can just fish off the beach.
Yeah.
Yes. And then a fun note I was gonna ask you about is can we have our? Is this gonna be a kiddie pool for fishing? This little pond back here with the
What
waterfall.
do you mean?
With the statue in it.
Oh, that the little lake is gonna be a little for.
Sorry, you cut out.
So the little lake, right?
Mhm.
That will be for Oogie. So Oogie can do fish, very little fish in that one, which he will need to um, feed a certain plant that is a carnivore plant, which is part of the whole farming. I don't want to give away anything else on that.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay, okay. So it's has a different aspect than we were thinking. I do like this. So okay, so that's pretty cool to know. Any plans on simplifying the fish consolidation? Like that could be part of that issue right there. That's what it's related to? Is the fish consolidation will be here as well? So like instead of throwing it in my bank where fish can get old.
No, this is for a little fish that Oogie needs to feed plants.
Oh, okay. Do you think there might be like a fish tank or a small river somewhere where we could dump all the fish? Like say, I have in my inventory roughly 38 fish. Well, I mean, if I'm just walking around with a fish all day in my inventory, they will go bad. I know it's a little silly, but maybe put somewhere to keep them fresh so that way they actually are doing good for Oogie and not make them sick.
Yeah, that's an idea, right? This fish tank and stuff, and maybe
Yeah,
we
no,
could make it so you could store some fish in here. I don't know. I think about it, but yeah.
yeah, I'm just, it comes down to one issue. It's gonna be down with this,
I mean,
this.
we could, in theory, we could just make an activation platform at this little pond, and if you put some fish in there for storage, you could just take them out as well.
Yeah,
That would be an easy feature
yeah, that would,
to free up some bank space. Yeah, I think about it.
and then that way it kind of makes sense. You go into a little spot for fish, which is like makes like a little pond. You can't see them, but that'd be pretty neat. I mean, I'll leave it to you guys to figure out what you want to do with it, but I mean, I just know, if you look at the bank, someone who fishes a lot, especially down the road when you're trying to grind out some oogie levels, yeah, you kind of stock up pretty fast. Right now I'm not doing too bad, but at some point I had like half my inventory of fish, and I was like, oh, I don't have to fish for a week. So, and then you will be able to fish on the app very minorly, right?
Yeah, you will be able to fish on the app most likely too. That's the idea, I think.
And then the max level for at the current moment for people for the pot is 8 hours, and then 8 hours of him eating, so once every 16 hours. Do not feed him a trophy fish. He might blow up. I don't know. When they come out, feed a Oogie a shark or something, maybe an octopus, and he might get some superpowers.
Yeah, that can always be, that we have some special fish. They have special attributes for Oogie.
Let's see. All right. Thank you, thank you. This is Mon Kicks for subscribing. Well, I mean, do you want to fight in the arena once, or are you on right now, or are you just watching?
No, I need to eat something. I have no
Okay.
time right now. So
Oh, careful.
it's already longer than I thought. I think it's
Yes.
5:30, so I think I
5:30.
drop out now.
Yes. Hold on 1 second. All right. Well, again, thanks again for joining us in the stream here today, Dread. And for all those in the chat, just stay tuned if you ever need anything. I mean, for the Nine Lives Arena, Dread does come by he tries to hang out in the chat with S Touch Hour on Tuesdays. We had him a lot longer than we initially planned. So with that, don't forget to check out the website nightlives.arena.com, all one word, and find the founder pack that meets your needs. You want the alpha access? There's 400 slots roughly left, so make sure the alpha pass you want has that in there. The founder pass, I think 7 it is the just alpha with no other extra stuff. Dread, usually what's the turnaround time of getting in the alpha after they buy it? Is it usually like the next business day or like a week?
Basically, next business day. I can whitelist them the moment I see, but sometimes the same day. If I'm online and somebody purchase an alpha pack, I can just whitelist them.
Okay. For those who are wondering how you're going to message him directly, you have to go into the Telegram, go through the website, find the Telegram, download the app, join the Nine Lives Arena Telegram, and then just just ask in the chat, hey, Dread, I bought this, DM me. So, besides that, again, thank you. You're good to go, Dread. Thank you so much for coming out here on the stream today and talking. I will catch you on the arena sometime on the flip side.
Exactly, next Tuesday probably, or whenever you stream next.
Yep,
Yeah, thanks for the
Tuesdays.
interview. And I'm really excited for the Oogies. They should drop at the end of the week, most likely. Okay,
Awesome. All right. Take care and
bye bye.
enjoy your meal.
Thanks.
Bye. All right. So we got to go over a lot of cool stuff today. Dread here. I mean, Dred's here giving us a lot of information. It seems like he's always in the chat on Tuesdays. Maybe we can get him in actual voice chat every Tuesday so we can have some fun complimentary, commentary. Um, Gotta learn a couple cool things with the swords. Let's see here. We did find out that the split sword here actually lights up. That's a really cool feature that I did not know about. The shield spell will knock somebody over if they have 500 stamina or less when the shield is maxed out. It's a very simplistic game and complicated at the same time. So for those that are interested, please throw me a message in the Telegram if you do join that. Just so you guys know what it is, I'm going to reset the game and reopen it up. Getting the game, you have to go to the Telegram. But when you open up the game the first time, it makes it so much easier because everything's on the right side. You can click any of these buttons and it'll open it right up. So again, I really appreciate you guys watching, and throw a follow, like, or subscribe for those who want to keep watching every Tuesday, 4 p.m. As long as I'm not stuck working somewhere during this pandemic, out there, I will be on here for at least 2 hours to 4, based on how busy it is. So, I mean, that's roughly about it. So, I mean, now I'm just going to just mingle. So if you guys want to hang out and ask questions, please just say it in the chat and I'll talk to you guys directly. Thank you guys for being so talkative. We will answer those questions as Dred is watching the chat as well. Maybe not now. He probably went to go eat. So, out of these 5 characters, for those who are wondering, my favorite kind of rotates, but I'm really doing well with the sword and shield. However, Gladiator here, which his name is Grab Dragon just straight, is my favorite looking champion. I do apologize. I am going to end the stream a little early actually today. I do have a couple phone calls I have to make. So stay tuned, and hey, you stay safe out there, okay? And then when you do subscribe to Base Sundays, we do have emotes. Those are the emotes based on the tier. I do switch out the other 2 every now and then. Alright, stay tuned for Grab Dragons, and thank you for watching. 9 Lives Arena info here every Tuesday, so stay tuned. Take care.